This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
As confusion on fee structure reigns supreme, NDTV Hindu keeps you a step ahead. We tell you where to get all the details. Newly appointed expert panel on common syllabus meets today. Veteran educationist YG Parthasarthi features in the panel.
We've had the first committee meeting today, and the committee will give its views after reviewing the entire textbooks which are given to them. And since the matter is sub judice, we don't want to say anything.
CPM General Secretary Prakash Karat ups the ante, demands that Prime Minister be included within the purview of Lokpal Bill.
Prime Minister cannot be brought under the purview of the Lokpal. We don't agree.
Tamil Nadu government continues with the shuffle within the state police forces. R. Shekhar is appointed as the ADGP of the crime branch. India voted fourth most dangerous for women. Chennai fails to keep MRTS lines clear for danger.
என்னோட சர்டிஃபிகேட் மார்க் ஷீட் எல்லாமே போயிடுச்சு. அது கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணா நல்லா இருக்கும். அது வாங்கி தர மாதிரி.
IT Madras is a global village. Foreign faculty is wooed by handsome paychecks.
I spent 40 days here. I really liked the environment. Also, I took it to professors. It seemed to have a lot of freedom, academic freedom.
Well, a very good evening. You're watching News Tonight with me, Ashmit Kumar. Let's just run through the national stories making headlines. BJP left Islam government over CAG report that says Oil Ministry and DG Hydrocarbons allegedly favoured Reliance Industries. A setback to the salvage operation of MV Wisdom. The cable laid to the tow of the ship snaps. Delhi police defends its actions at the Ram Leela grounds in its affidavit, says that there was no lathi charge. I don't believe in fasts to protest, says Sri Sri Ravi Shankar after convincing Ramdev to break his fast. After being held by pirates for 10 months, the ship with Indian sailors on board will finally reach its destination Oman tomorrow. The US dismisses Al-Qaeda's new chief as a pale comparison to Osama, says Zawahiri will be met with the same fate. And actor Imran Khan speaks out against Maharashtra government's decision to raise the minimum drinking age to 25. Well, first up, if you have been confused and if there has been a sense of chaos after the Ravi Rajapandian committee came out with its fee recommendations, that has largely been due to the fact that the information was not conveyed across to the parents. Now, importantly, now we have learnt and we are telling you that the school fee has finally been announced and has been published on palikalvi.in. That's the website where you can bring yourself up to date with the revised fee structure and what it means for you and for your paycheck. And moving ahead, the first meeting of the 9-member expert panel to review textbooks met today under Chief Secretary Debarnath Sarangi. Chief Minister Jayalalitha had said that the committee would submit its report to the Madras High Court before July 6, 2011 as directed by the Supreme Court. Now, as per Supreme Court directions, the state government has appointed 9-member panel to review quality of textbooks. The panel headed by Chief Secretary has academicians C. Jayadev of DAV schools and Mrs. YG Parthasarthi of Padma Shishadri schools. Now, meanwhile, G. Balasubramanian, Vijaya Lakshmi Srinivasan are the experts representing the state. Professor P.K. Tripathi and Professor Anil Sethi will be representing the NCERT. School Education Secretary Sabitha and School Education Director Vasundhara Devi are the other members.
The meeting was very useful, that's all I can say, and very good people are working on it.
Do you have a time frame to finish the job now?
The court has itself made it,
Yeah.
maybe in time.
Yes.
Yes.
We've had the first committee meeting today, and the committee will give its views after reviewing the entire textbooks which are given to them. And since the matter is sub judice, we don't want to say anything.
What about the next meeting?
We'll let you know.
And while more local developments, Prakash Karat, CPM General Secretary, said that, and I quote, for instance, when the ISRO Spectrum scam came to light, whenever the Prime Minister takes administrative or executive decisions that can be brought under its purview, but on issues of highly sensitive national security matters, the Prime Minister need not be brought under its purview. To say that the Prime Minister can't be brought under Lokpal Bill, we won't agree with that. That's the message coming in from Prakash Karat. Let's listen in.
when the Lokpal bill was brought in earlier parliaments. I don't know why every government has said no, Prime Minister should not be brought under its purview. We don't see any reason why. The Prime Minister is dealing with many departments and ministries, as you know. Recently there was an ISRO, that spectrum scan. Now that comes under the Prime Minister. You see. The Space Ministry comes under the Prime Minister. So if the Prime Minister is taking some decisions, administrative and executive decisions concerning government in certain matters, that can be brought under purview. If there are certain highly sensitive national security issues or concerning external affairs, maybe that can be kept out of the purview. That can be worked out. But to say Prime Minister cannot be brought under the purview of the Lokpal, we don't agree.
Now today a massive fire in Tondiatpet burnt the slums in the area to ashes. The fire destroyed all the residents' possessions, and it was not the first time that such a tragedy has happened. Locals cried out that such fires have struck their homes several times. But successive governments have only made empty promises, offering stable residences. For one girl, however, the tragedy is particularly great. Saraswati had just finished her 12th exams and was preparing to apply to college when the fire struck. The fire destroyed her mark sheets, certificates, application form, and with it, all the money that her parents had saved up for higher education. Now her only hope is that there will be some form of support from the government.
என் பேர் சரஸ்வதி. நான் இப்போ தான் +2 முடிச்சிருக்கேன். நான் போன வாரத்தில் தான் நான் அப்ளிகேஷன் வாங்கிட்டு வந்து வச்சேன் மெட்ராஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில். ஆனால் நான் மண்டே சப்மிட் பண்ணலான்னு நினச்சேன். ஆனால் அதுக்குள்ளே எரிஞ்சிருச்சு. எங்கள் அம்மா கஷ்டப்பட்டு எல்லாத்தையும் சேர்த்து வச்சாங்க. எங்கள் அப்பாவும் எங்கள் அம்மாவும் எனக்காக. அதில் எதுவுமே ஒரு குண்டு மணி கூட இல்லை. என்னோடய சர்டிஃபிகேட் மார்க் ஷீட் எல்லாமே போயிடுச்சு. அது கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணால் நல்லாயிருக்கும், அது வாங்கி தர மாதிரி. அப்ளிகேஷனும் எரிஞ்சு போச்சு. நான் இப்போ வந்து திங்கக்கிழமை சப்மிட் பண்ணலான்னு இருந்தேன். அப்ளிகேஷனும் போச்சு. எனக்கு அப்ளிகேஷன் வாங்கி தந்தால் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இங்கே இருக்க எல்லாருக்குமே கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும்னு மட்டும் கேட்டுக்கிறேன். அது மட்டும் கவர்மெண்ட் வந்து செஞ்சால் நல்லா.
நிறைய வேட்டி இதுக்கு முன்ன எவ்வளோ வேட்டி எரிஞ்சு போச்சு. வாழை கொம்பு கூட கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. இதுக்கு எதுனா ஒன்று பண்ணல ஏற்பாடு. இது வரைக்கும் எங்களுக்கு எதுவும் பண்ணல. நாங்கள் கண்ணீரோடு உட்காந்து இருக்கோம்.
Well, moving ahead now, Tamil Nadu government today continued with the revamp of the state police forces with the various transfers and postings. Top on the list today, R. Shekhar, the former Chennai City Commissioner, has been appointed as the new CBCID ADGP, replacing Ramasundram. Archana Ramasundram, the ADGP CBCID, has been transferred and posted as ADGP Training, Chennai. Replacing R. Shekhar, Q Branch SP, M. Ashok Kumar is the new Deputy Commissioner for T. Nagar. Now, Madras High Court today ordered that Super Good Films, the producer of Vijay starrer Tirupaachi, should pay a compensation of 5 lakh rupees to Godrej Sara Lee Limited, the manufacturer of hit insecticide, for defaming their product in the film. The petitioner had said that the movie showed the product in bad light in 2 scenes in which the villain and the hero were shown using insecticides to kill humans. While the court had already restrained the film producer for an interim order to mask the product's name, it had today said that 5 lakh rupees should be paid for the damage already caused. Well, India has been rated as the 4th most unsafe place on the planet for women. Does Chennai fare any better? We'll tell you on the other side.